community sa Bigan. Inaplos ni Mauricio sa Bigan, son of Roberto sa Bigan, our brother. I'm from Uglon, representing sa Bigan. My father, Roberto, always giving me encouragement, giving an example for Uncle Maurice struggle for life. He's very proud of Uncle Maurice. They are the youngest. They are 7, and all of them are all reunited with the Lord. And my father always telling a story. Idayina ay nagmana sa iyong Uncle Maurice. Being a magna cum laude. But Uncle Maurice insisted, your Uncle Maurice, during his college days, was awarded as the most outstanding student, equivalent to a summa cum laude. In his story, it was imprinted the word I feel na nararamdaman. Ang kanya, I feel that Uncle Maurice will be arriving. Yan mo yan? The distance from Talok and Uglon is very far away, but the communication is very close. This developed what we call a common understanding. In fact, this formulates love, pag-igugma, because love begets love. Ang pag-igugma ay kinabalusan ipag-igugma. When I visited Uncle Maurice in 2011, I have a lesson learned what is all about this common understanding. When we sleep, Uncle Maurice told me, this is how we sleep with your father. When the country is big, our position is with the same. Ang ulo ay mga. If ang country is narrow, both heads is in the opposite of the country. So it develops what we call the common understanding. The love, which is the most very foundation of our life. Pag-ibig. So if I'm going to compose a song, maybe I suggest that the song will be together again. If you permit me to sing the song, better not. Because I know you will all go home. Mag-inulit ka mo. Tawag, mapinit sa amin dire. So, one week before the death of Uncle Mauricio, the connection is also very strong. I am disturbed and I cannot sleep. And with this, I instructed my wife was with my wife to text in Latina. What happened? Now I found, nakita ko ang kasagutan. Siyang pulmorisically ay nasa ospital. It's Tuesday. Pag-abot it Merkules, wala na. Siyang pulmoris. Bago kayo hindi na. Hindi ako kalarga. Wibis na. So that's why there's a song that will include this message, this testimony. If I'm going to compose it, I will title it Goodbye, Uncle Maurice. Hell, we meet again.
Family, relatives, friends, good afternoon. We cannot choose our own parents. Some people think this is unfair. But for me, I'm perfectly fine with it. I thank the Lord very much, for giving me such loving parents, that if I had a chance to choose, I would still choose them over any set of parents there is. And now that both of them are in the Lord, I couldn't help but thank the Almighty all the more, for I know they are in a much happier place right now. Unlike other typical eulogies, I don't want to start mine by saying that I'm about to give my last respect and honor to the man who is the reason that we are gathered here today. Why? For my respect and honor for this man will always remain, always. I stand before you this very moment to tell you about the man that has greatly influenced my life. A man who taught me to live a simple life with utmost humility, perseverance, and gratitude. A man who lived by example, Mauricio Sabigan, my tatay. Tatay had a humble beginning. He was a native of Romblon, having lost his mother at an early age of 4 months old, and being the youngest of seven siblings, he was left in the care of his 10-year-old sister, while their father was busy looking for a living. When he was still a baby, her sister would sometimes put his aboy-aboy beside the river while his siblings were swimming and playing in the body of water. Unfortunately, he was deprived of drinking milk. Instead, suam and sometimes tuba, inside a long neck bottle were used as milk substitute. Now you understand why he was very used in drinking tuba and other drinks. Tatay didn't experience a mother's love, but the love he showed to others undoubtedly overwhelmed. During his teenage years, he and his older brother, Uncle Mert, the father of Jerry, sought greener pastures in Manila because they knew that staying in the province with their situation would lead them nowhere. They worked for the Augustinian sisters, and during nighttime they would go to a vocational school. After several years of hard work and perseverance, Tatay graduated with honors at the Philippine School The sisters learned to love and trust him, that he was requested to go to Bacolod to foresee the construction of the La Consolacion College building. There is where he met my nanay, and the rest is history. As an only child, Tatay has given me his full love and attention. He was a very strict father, but that's only because he cared for me that much. I used to fear him, but I never thought he was already embedding valuable lessons in life. His friends come from all walks of life, and to them, he was a very kind person and was always ready to help. He was a very generous man, and he never wanted to be acknowledged for anything he did. When he helped, he simply helped. He was also the best friend of my male cousins. He was their mentor.
Mentos. Mentor ko sa kwan.
He was not an outspoken person, but his actions always spoke louder than words. He was not perfect, of course. He has some weaknesses and flaws too. But his being good-natured somehow made up for their weaknesses. Indeed, Tatay was loved by many, and he certainly had touched people's lives in different ways. Seeing you today is the proof of this. I can narrate on and on his good deeds, but let us remember that it is the Holy Spirit in him who let him do it. Tatay, you will be missed, but you will always be in my heart. Please kiss Nanay for me and tell her I sorely miss her. I love you, Tatay. Farewell till we meet again.
In behalf of our family, I would like to thank everyone for coming together today, as well as the past few days, as we remembered and celebrated the life of our dearly beloved Lola Mau. We know our mother would especially like to thank those who were behind and beside her during one of the toughest and hardest moments of her life. These people are her cousins and best friends, related to Lola by blood or not. Our dear titos and titas, thank you for sacrificing time and effort just to help Mama get through. In the same way, we are always here for you. Moreover, we would also like to thank Senor Galvines for his thoughtfulness in reminding us about love, traditional love, and forgiveness. Also for reminding us that death is not the end, but is merely a beginning of a new chapter in one's life. To everyone, your presence was and is a great comfort to us. Knowing how much others loved and cared for Lolo also made us feel all the more better. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. And advance Merry Christmas to everyone.
May I invite the family to please come nearer the coffin for the final blessing.